What can you tell us about your lineup this evening?
We'll go 7 for sure. We know we're much better with 7. Obviously, with Boro out, we'll put Willanen in. It's still it's more young guys, but the number just helps us with managing those minutes, so that not everybody has to take too much of the minutes that are hard to handle. So we'll go 7, and Roto is going to take the warm up.
What did you see from Christian? The 10 games that he played last year, and obviously training camp this year.
He's the same high-end offense that you see in Chabot, in Lajoie, but he's also in the same spot as those guys were 2 years ago, where he's got to improve his defensive game to be able to play with on a consistent basis against the NHLers. So I mean, this is a high-end prospect. I loved him since the beginning. Really like his game. He's a terrific heads-up guy. But no, you just got to go through the grind of a normal hockey player, and that's what's going on right now in the American League. But he's been brought up a little earlier than we would like, obviously, because of the injury or suspension. But it's still good for him, because I think he's going to get something positive out of it.
3-game suspension for Boucher.
No comment. No comment. He's not playing tonight, so we are going with the guys that we've got, and that's what it is.
Can you comment on how you prevent the other team from getting as many shots as Vegas did?
Well, first of all, we know that we can't be in the penalty box as many times, so that's the number one thing. If you look at the number of shots, that's where it originates, first and foremost. And then second, we know that by the third period we wear out a little bit. It's been like that since the beginning, except when we were able to have 7 Ds in the lineup that are old enough to be able to manage that. And we haven't had that many times, but the 3 times that we did, we won those games solid at home, and didn't give much to the opponent the entire game. But whenever we didn't have those 7 guys with that experience, obviously we know come the third period it gets tougher and tougher. So we know that. So it's not going to change now. It's going to take time. So hopefully tonight, with Willanen logging a few of those minutes, it puts less pressure on some guys that are young or out of their chair, basically. So it's a normal situation. We know what it is. We're missing 3 guys. A full line with our forwards has an impact on our players, our forward stamina for sure. And with a defenseman, we know that it's going to be a process. And our goalie was very good last game, be able to take it. And same thing. And then so I had 2 terrific periods in Vegas. Had 2 terrific periods in Colorado. We played really good. It was the same at home against Boston. Had 2 solid ones. So really, we know it's by the third period we get worn out, and it's just going to take time to be able to manage that.
It's been a while since Condon's played.
Yes.
With the goalie's been out for a while, you just hope he gets into it early?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you. You don't want a lot of shots against your goalie usually, but I think in this case, if you're going to get a few, and and he gets a good start in the first 10 minutes because he gets some shots and he gets confident, it'll help him for sure. There was a nagging thing there, so it wasn't a choice thing not to play him. So we waited until the nagging was gone, and it ended up being today. So it's good to have him in, because we'll need him for sure.
What's your pre-scout tell you about a team that's coming off a 7-1 win against a pretty good hockey club?
Well, first of all, they've got great goaltending from both of their guys, and makes them at the top of the league defensively for sure. So goaltending is one thing. If we just skate around them, we're not gonna score many goals. So to beat those goaltenders, we're gonna have to do a good job in front of them. 2, I think their defensemen are really good puck retrieving defensemen that can transition quick, and that's why they play a stretch game. They got 2 and 3 guys gone all the time, and they got guys like Grabner and all that just fly out. So it's very difficult to forecheck those types of teams, because you're going aggressive like we've been since day one, but the minute that they're able to be evasive and twist you inside out, then their guys are gone, then you're missing somebody, and it's a 3-on-2, and that's what we see they've been doing against most teams. So they're very, very hard to forecheck, so we need to be very smart today to how we're going to do it. So hopefully we don't give them freebies like 2-on-1s and 3-on-2s, but they've been getting a lot of those, so they're tough to handle that way. I mean, there's a few other things that we're focusing on, but I think right now those probably are the major things that we have to watch out for.